Hello everyone. Can you hear me? Good day, good afternoon. Let's learn some English, that's right. So welcome back for all of those of you who have been here on my channel before. This is my third stream today. And for those of you who are new, welcome. Nice to see you in the chat. Hi guys, hello Gina, Judith, Pillar, Myron, Ahmed. Welcome back. I recognize all of your names. That's awesome. Hello. So I'm talking to you here from Vancouver, BC. It's the afternoon, 3 o'clock, obviously. And it's a bit rainy today, not so nice, but hopefully the sun will return soon. So greetings from Peru. Amazing, Ricardo. Awesome. And yeah, I hope that we have a good day today. Glad to see you too, Vladimir. The lecture today, we're going to be talking about have versus have got. Okay, very common language point. If anybody has any questions throughout our stream, please just put your questions in the chat and I will try my best to answer them all. 7 o'clock in Brazil. Okay, it's almost, I guess, dinner time right now. Thank you for coming anyways. Thank you, Gina. All right, let's get started, shall we? All right, so I'm going to change my screen and we'll begin. Main display. Awesome. Okay, so I am going to Smrt. This is 120, we're at Unit 1, and we are taking a look at Grammar 1.3, have and have got. Okay, so let me just change one thing here. Perfect, good. I'm doing really well today, thank you. Yes, it's a nice Tuesday, had a good day today, nice classes, and I've been looking forward to coming here today, so this is awesome. Hopefully you are all good. Let's begin. So we're going to go through, and again, like the last 2 weeks, we'll be doing a lot of examples together as well. Okay. So today, have and have got. Okay, we're going to talk about when you can and can't replace have with have got. Okay. All right. So let's begin. On our first example, we see this sentence at the top. It says, Jill's got a pretty bad headache. Okay, this is an example of being able to say has got, or you could simply say Jill has a pretty bad headache. Okay, so let's continue here. To start off, we'll talk about using have as an auxiliary verb. Okay. When have is a helping verb, we are using it to create the present perfect tense. And this probably review for most of you, okay? So I'm going to go over to my document and we'll be working on the document to come up with examples, okay? At the end, I will share the document with you correctly this time, okay? So you will have no problem making a copy of it. Okay. So, back to Smrt for one moment. Let's take a look at our Smrt examples of using have as a helping verb. So, let's take a look here. I have never been on top of a mountain. Okay, that's one example, saying something that you have not done. Okay, present perfect, we're not going to get into detail on that tense today, but it is a very common way to talk about our experience or experiences that we have not had, such as in this example. Okay, so Gertie, perfect. That's much easier for me, Gertie. Thank you so much for that. I like nicknames. So let's take some more time and come up with some examples. In the group chat, can you please give me some examples of experiences that you have had or that you have not had? okay? And pay attention to using have or has with a past participle. You can also use other people as your subject, like your sister or your friend or your mother, okay? So I'll put your examples down when I see them. Zaman, I would answer that yes, of course you can. You can do anything that you want if you put in the time and the effort, right? So I think it's possible, yeah. Of course, it's much easier if you have that experience abroad, but it's not what you have to do. Okay, so lolly, I've never been to Canada, okay? So I changed your verb gone to been, which is what we talk about when we're talking about visiting a country and we are not in that country, okay? Let's see, Judith, you said, I have not, okay? So you use the verb see, but remember it's past participle, so seen Paris. I have not seen Paris. In my life is okay. Okay. And I'll put a few more examples. Let's see here. I have never been on the moon, Gertie. Yes, me neither. I have never been on the moon. Nice. And I'll read some more of your examples. Karina, I have been. So in your example, you should use the continuous because it's still happening, right? So I have been studying, okay? ING, English, since 2015. That's awesome. Good for you. Awesome. Okay, I have never traveled abroad. Good job, Raphael. That's something you can look forward to in the future. I have eaten termites once in the Amazon forest. Oh, wow. Okay. How did those taste? I've never been to Canada. Good. I have seen Paris in my life. That's good. It might sound a little more natural to say I have been to Paris, okay? But seen is okay grammatically, yeah. I've never heard that song. I've never smoked. Good. I have never eaten Mexican food. Awesome. Don't forget to capitalize Mexican, okay? You're welcome. I've never been to Canada. Okay, Myron, so you should say I have been to Vancouver, okay? And last year should not be included because last year is a finished time period, okay? And I thank you for your email. I saw that. That was really nice. You've been to Germany 2 times. Nice, Khaled. Yes, good. Okay, so we'll stop there. Thank you so much. Great examples. And let's go back to Smrt. And we'll see a couple more examples on Smrt. Of course, we have question form where you must use inversion. Okay, remember last week we discussed inversion where auxiliary verb before subject. Okay, good. So has she tried the new menu? Okay. Yes, she has would be short answer, or no, she hasn't. Okay. And some more examples. They've been playing soccer all day. Okay, this is again an example of a continuous, present perfect continuous. And a question, why haven't you eaten breakfast yet? Okay, the long form, remember, would be, why have you not eaten breakfast yet? Okay. Now let's go back to the document and we can put some more questions with present perfect using have as a helping verb. Vladimir, good question. It is not connected to the present perfect, actually. We'll talk about that. Gina, let's see. I have never dolled up for prom. Have you been to prom? That's a really good example. Many people may not know what dolled up means. And dolled up means to dress up, put on fancy clothes, do your hair, do your makeup, and everything like that. And I have been to prom in my high school. In my hometown, we do a very big celebration, and we have a parade through our town and a big dance, and it's really fun, really great time in people's lives. Yeah. Have you ever been to France? Good question. Yes, I have, a few times. Very, very nice country. Have you ever been to France? Good. Thank you, Mansour. From Egypt. That's really cool. I would love to visit Egypt one day. Thank you so much for the compliment. Okay, Karina, have you been, the preposition would be to Brazil. Good question. I have not yet. Have you been in South America? In this case, you could use in, okay, but you could also use to. Has she gone to her parents' house? Good question. Have you eaten sushi? Good question. I could make the font bigger. Yes, no problem. Let me just do it like this. Hopefully 14 is a little better. I had it at 14 and I changed it, so 14, good number. I'll keep it that way. Have you ever tried a Ukrainian cuisine? Okay, so that's good, but when you're using cuisine, you should just delete the article, right? Have you ever tried Ukrainian cuisine? Good, because you're not being specific about one dish, many dishes, right? Okay, hasn't he done his homework yet? Good question. We're going to move on, okay? So that is just a warm-up to remember that have has a function as a helping verb, okay? And when it's a helping verb, we are creating the present perfect tense. But we are going to go back to Smrt and take a look at have as a full verb, okay? So we have different contexts where we use have as a full verb and not a helping verb. Full verb is also known as the main verb, okay, of a sentence. So we're going to see here. We have different contexts where it's very common to use have as a full verb, okay? And we use them to describe possession, okay, things we own or possess. Obligation, things we have to do. We are required to do them. Obligations like responsibilities, okay? Relationships and family, and illnesses, okay? So in these types of contexts, do not use the ing continuous form, having, okay? It's not an action, so we do not use the continuous form in these contexts. Let's look at our Smrt examples, and then we will do some more of our own. Okay, let's see. I have 2 brothers. This is an example of a relationship sentence, okay? And if you ever say, I am having 2 brothers, it's not possible, okay? The only way to say I am having a person is if you are a mother-to-be and you are going to have a baby, okay? We'll talk about dynamic actions of have in a little bit. So we have a question. Does she have a new car? So this is a question about possession. We would never ask, is she having a new car? Okay? Not possible to do that, right? They don't have a lot of money. This would be an example of a possession type of sentence. Never continuous tense, okay? They aren't having a lot of money is not grammatically correct, okay? Let's see here. Do you have a headache? Again, illness. Are you having a headache is not possible. Here we have an obligation sentence, okay? He has to go soon. So, he is having to go soon is not what we say. Finally, one more. She doesn't have a stomachache. Negative sentence. Do not use the continuous form in that type of sentence, okay? I'll talk a little bit more with Smrt, and then we'll go to our document, okay? Let me see some more examples in the chat. Gina, good comment there. Yes, it is a very hot topic, the English language, but maybe in the future another language will be very important too. We don't know, right? But we'll see. If I have to learn Chinese in the future, I will be definitely having a hard time. I have to do my English homework. Good question. I have a lot of friends. That's awesome, Lolly. That's great. I have to prepare my suitcase. Good job, Gertie. I have a good relation between me and my friends. So, Mustafa, good sentence. You should say, I have a good relationship. And it might be easier to just say, with my friends. I have a good relationship with my friends. Okay. Gina, just be careful with your subject-verb agreement. Does she have classic pants? Okay. I have to make dinner. Good. If we're talking about obligation, you'll notice a pattern of have with infinitive, to and base verb. I have to go, I have to do my laundry, I have to practice, I have to exercise, that kind of thing. I have a new pen. Good. Gertie, I have an expensive new car. Wow. If that's true, congratulations. Jacqueline, you have 2 children. That's amazing. Good. I have to meet Lolly. Wafa wafa. Maybe one day you guys can meet. Raphael, you have to go now, but I'll be back soon. If that's true, bye for now. We'll see you soon. And okay, all right, let's continue. Back to Smrt. We have different meanings of using have. Okay, so have got. With the meanings that we've just talked about, the context, okay, so illness, relationship, obligation, possession, in these contexts, we can replace have with have got, okay? That's the message of today's lesson, is learning when you can and can't use have got instead of have, okay? So, let's look at some examples. If you say, I have 2 brothers, that's fine. You can also say, I've got 2 brothers. There is no difference in those 2 sentences, okay? It's your choice which way you say it, okay? Have you got any brothers and sisters? That's good. That's good. Let's see. We have question form where there is a small change, okay? Does she have a new car? Would be the question with have as a main verb. If you're going to use have got in the question, you have to remember to separate have and got. The subject goes in the middle, okay? So has she got a new car? There's no need to use does for asking questions with have got, okay? And let's see, a negative sentence. They don't have a lot of money. So possession style of question. If you're using have got, you make have negative. They haven't got a lot of money. Do you have a headache? Illness. Or have you got a headache? Okay. A few more examples in Smrt, and we'll do some of our own. He has to go soon. He's got to go soon. Obligation. She doesn't have a stomachache. She hasn't got a stomachache. Okay. So, which one is more common, have or have got? I would say there's no real solid answer to that. It really depends on the person. I would say perhaps in British English, have got might be more common than North American English. But again, I think it depends on the person speaking. But we'll talk a little more about have and have got. So let's go to our document. And we're going to come up with our own examples that fall under each category. Okay. So, things we own or possess. Let's come up with some nice examples using have got or have, okay? But let's focus on both. It could be a question or a sentence. And for the moment, we are going to focus on things we own or possess, okay? So Jose, thank you. Your example will be down here. I'll put it in because it's a good one. So I have one brother and two sisters. Okay, so that's the one way to say it. If you're going to use have got, we would put that one in. I've got one brother and two sisters. Okay, so one thing to note is that when we are using have got in speaking, it is much more common to contract than it is to say the long form, okay? So when you hear native speakers speaking quickly, it will sound like I've got one brother and two sisters, okay? Sometimes you don't even hear have, okay, because it's contracted and it's said very quickly. She's got, okay, let's see my examples. I have got 2 dogs and 3 cats. Jacqueline, thank you. So we'll put that here. Ooh, capital. I've got 2 dogs and 3 cats. So I changed your I have to I've because, like I said, it's much more common to contract when you're using have got. I've got 2 dogs and 3 cats. Raphael, you have a good example under obligation. Where was it? I've got to do the housework. Good. I've got to do the housework. Okay, that's good. What else do we have? Mobeen, so that would be family and relationships. And you said she's got, where was it? She's got a handsome husband. So don't forget your article, right? She's got a handsome husband. Good, good. We've got a new house, Yelda. Good job. That would be under what you own and possess. A new house. And sorry, let me change my font to bigger. Good. My daughter has got some bites, okay, of mosquitoes. We would say, Gertie, my daughter has got some mosquito bites, okay? Alvaro, I've got a new friend recently. So in your case, you are focusing more on the action, and it should be actually present perfect where you say, I have made a new friend recently. Okay, so just be careful with that context. I have got to improve my English. Good job, Jacqueline. You're doing it right now. That's awesome. Let's see. Tatiana, I have an earache at night. Okay, so that's good, but because you're focusing on, it's sort of more of an action, what tends to happen, we would not use have got in your case, okay? Just have. And it should probably be more so saying, I get earaches at night, if you're talking about what usually happens, okay? She's got long blonde hair, good example. You're welcome. She's got a backache, good. Let's go to illness and put that one. She's got a backache. Good. I've got to practice more English. Good. That would be obligation. What about physical characteristics? I saw lolly lolly. I have. We'll do have got in brackets. I have got hazelnut eyes and long brown hair. Nice. Beautiful. Let's see. Nadia. Good. So Nadia, if you are talking about relationship here and family, you said I have not any children. Okay, you're missing the negativity, right? So you can say I don't have and delete not any children, or you can say I have not got, or I haven't got any children. Okay, we'll contract it because that's more common. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I have got to do exercises. Yes, or I have got to exercise. That's good. He has got a sore throat. That's awesome. You guys are doing really well. Lots of great examples. Gertie, nice. I have long and thin legs. Lucky you. You could also say I've got long and thin legs. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. That's very nice. Good. She has got many wrinkles on her face. Yep, that's awesome. Or she has many wrinkles on her face. I've got to work more on my pronunciation. Good. I've got good presentation and analytical skills. That's great. Yeah, so that would be something you possess. Good job. Karina, I have got to lose weight. Don't forget your to preposition. We'll put that down. I've got to lose weight. And it's only one S or one O. Yeah. You put two O's, one O. Okay, good job. So we'll add another sentence, physical characteristic. They've got wonderful smiles, you could say. Or his little brother has got, for example, has got a mohawk. Do you know what a mohawk is? Anybody? I'm glad I can be of help to you, Zemin. A mohawk is a funny hairstyle where it sticks up and goes down, like the whole, yeah, it's very funky hairstyle. A mohawk. She's got green eyes. That's good. Physical characteristics. Gertie, it would be fun hair. Yeah, a mohawk is kind of fun hair. Crazy fun hair, not regular hair. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. We'll go to things we possess. I've got an old classic motorcycle, for example. Hello, welcome. I've got to do, make, or write a report. Okay. I've got to do a report, that's fine, or I've got to write a report, also good. Make, not really common to use in that context. Okay, so you could use do or write. I've been able to learn English, good. I've got so Nadia, good. We'll go to physical characteristics. I've got small black eyes would be the sentence there, right? No article. Okay. Okay, so this is not present perfect. It's have got instead of have, and you should think of have got as have. You should think of it as the same in these contexts, only in these contexts. Okay, so we have illness, relationship, physical characteristics, obligation, and possession, okay? In other contexts, we cannot use have got instead of have, all right? Another important message is that have got, it's only used in the present tense, okay? Okay, Judith, great question. So it's always have got, all right? And it is not to do with the verb get. It is not the past participle of get, all right? In North American English, we would say have gotten, not have got, okay? So it's not present perfect. You need to think about it as the present tense have in only these contexts that we've talked about, okay? So we'll go back to Smrt to reiterate that point. As you can see here, have got is only used to describe the present. This is very important because we can't use it in other tenses, okay? If we're talking about the past and had is your main verb, we would use had, not had got. For future, we need to use will have or be going to have. We do not use have got for future or past, just present. You cannot say had got, just had, okay? What's the main difference between have got and have? Well, I guess the main difference is in question form, okay, and in negative form they are different, but the meaning of have got in these contexts, it's the same. There's no difference, okay? It's an extra way to say the same thing, basically, just to make things complicated, right? So we go back to our document. Good question, Tradian. So in spoken English, you will sometimes notice that have is like deleted in speaking. However, you can't do that in writing. If you are writing, you need to include have, okay? But in speaking, you will notice this a lot with native speakers when they are speaking very fast. For example, oh my gosh, gotta go, right? Gotta go. That is actually, I have got to go, but it's very quick. Or, for example, we gotta take out our laundry. Or we gotta hit the gym this afternoon. Or we gotta call mom, it's her birthday. Okay, so in a lot of natural situations, you may hear very quick gotta, which is actually have got to, okay? And it's the same with have to. When people are speaking quickly, it sounds like have to. I have to do my homework. I have to go see my grandma. I have to go to the store. I have to do my laundry, okay? So sometimes we are lazy pronunciation, and that's just life, right? So if you're not sure, you can ask somebody to speak a little bit slower and maybe they will be able to clear that up for you. But again, if you're writing, you can't omit have. It must be there. Hello from Bolivia. Amazing. Welcome. Okay, back to our document. We have going down. So I have some additional notes. Have got can't be used for any other use of have, okay? For example, actions, experiences, we can't use have got because it's only for those 5 contexts. And we have, what do we have? Illness, relationship, family relationship, possession, obligation, and physical characteristics, okay? Only in those contexts, only in the present tense, can you use have or have got, and it doesn't change the meaning of the sentence, okay? Hello from Turkey. Mazut. Let's take a look at this example. I usually have dinner at 6 o'clock. Okay, so in this case, we're describing an action. It's a repeated action, so it's in the present simple, but we can't use have got here. We can't say I usually have got dinner at 6 o'clock. This is not possible. Okay. Another note, have got is only used in the present simple tense, which I have said. Okay. So I had a bad cold last week. Yes, this is about illness, but it is not in the present, so had got, not possible. Okay. I have got 5 years of experience. You can use that sentence. That's a great sentence. I've got 5 years of experience. I usually have a shower in the morning. Good, lolly lolly. So you can't use have got in that case. Okay? And it's kind of similar to the example about having, if I go back up in the chat, the example about, I think it was earache, right? I have an earache at night. So again, it would be this type of example where you should not use have got. I usually have earaches at night. Okay. And another example is for making suggestions for socializing, like let's, for example, let's have a coffee later. Okay, this is a suggestion for a meeting, but we would not use have got in this case. All right, so I can put that in not, let's have got a coffee later. This is not correct. Not correct. So Tatiana, I have a good time at the weekend. So in this case, it depends on if you are talking about all the time, but if you're speaking past, we do need to use had, right? I had a good time on the weekend. So instead of at the weekend, we use the preposition on the weekend. Okay. Can you use for routine? Again, it's only if your routine is about illness, possession, obligation, family, relationship, and personal characteristics. If it's not about those categories, you should not use have got. I'm having a bad day. Hang, that's a good sentence of a continuous dynamic action of have, which we'll talk about next, actually. Awesome. Can I say, I'm having good fun at the moment? Yeah, you can. You can say that. I'm having a lot of fun is also possible. I'm having a lot of fun at the moment. I'm having good fun. I'm having great fun. That's good. That's a continuous use of have, which we'll talk about. I had to take a taxi to work. That's good. That's past. So obligation, past, had. Oh yes, prepositions. They are very difficult. It just really takes time. You can't rush them, really. Question from Judith. How to say physical in the past if someone was, okay. Okay, so you could say Jasmine had a baby last month. Okay, it would be had. Jasmine was pregnant last month. Okay, you would need to use the past tense. I hope I answered that question. I'm not sure. Ask me again if I didn't. I had a lot. Don't forget, Tatiana, your article. I had, oh, sorry, never mind. Lots, plural. I had lots of toys when I was little. Good sentence. Yeah. Had an exam. Yeah. I was pregnant is okay. So let's go and back to Smrt. And we'll take a look at our dynamic action meanings of have, okay? Because have as a main verb, it's called a mixed verb, okay? So In some contexts, have is stative, like what we've been talking about, not an action. Okay? In those stative meanings, in the present tense, you can use have, you can use have got. Okay? But if we're talking about the dynamic meaning of have, it's a totally different meaning, and we do not use have got in those meanings. Okay? So we'll take a look at Smrt. Let's see here. So with the following nouns, these are not all of them, but very common nouns where we would use having. Okay? For example, a bath, a shower, a swim, or a massage. Okay? Thank you, Mansoor. That's very nice of you. That's my goal, is hopefully you guys are learning something from me. That's the goal. So, for example, if someone asks, "Where's your sister?" and she is in the bathroom having a shower, you would say, "Oh, she's just having her shower." Okay? She's having a shower. He is having a bath. Okay? Or, "Where are the kids?" "Oh, they're having a swim." Okay? We also say they're going swimming. Or just they're swimming. You can use having for massage. Okay? I'm having a massage. Something like that. Yes, Mobeen, I will share the notes with everybody at the end. Don't worry. Okay, let's see. Question from Anas. I took a shower or I had a shower. What's the best way to say this to native speakers? Honestly, I would say both are equally acceptable. If my friend told me, "Oh, I just had a shower, I just took a shower," it really doesn't change. It's the same. They're both good. So whichever one you prefer. Okay. Let's see here. For meals, okay, we could say we are having breakfast. Okay, or they are having lunch. They are having a nice big dinner. Okay, and it goes for a lot of other situations too. Apples, snack, a break. We are having a good time with Julia right now. That's good. I'm glad you're having a good time. So we can also look at some more examples in Smrt. We've already seen this example from a few people. I'm having a great time, right? Just 1 second. No, I did a quick search on that question, Tradian, but no, it's not. I am having a sandwich right now. Good. I hope it's tasty. I love sandwiches. Let's see. We can use past continuous, right? We were having a party when you called. This is a dynamic action meaning of have. And she is having a baby in June. We can use present continuous for the future. And this would be, of course, an action. Having a baby. Or another example, it sounds like someone is having a fight outside. Okay? If there's a lot of noise, this would be a dynamic meaning of have. Having pizza for dinner is one of my favorite things to do. Gina, good. Just add the S to things. And me too. I love pizza. What's your favorite topping? I love vegetables. Okay, let's see. Hello from Morocco. Awesome. All right. As you can see, we've come to the end of our Smrt lesson, but we're not done just yet, don't worry. We'll go back to the top. And I just want to quickly review what we've talked about, and then we'll do a little bit of practice. You're having a good lesson. That's awesome, Tatiana. Were having. So this is simply past continuous, okay? So this would be something that was ongoing in the past. So you need your be verb, were, and having, okay? Like, we were having breakfast when the rain started. That kind of thing. Maria, you're having a cup of coffee? Ooh, I will have one after this lesson for sure. Hello from Morocco. Awesome. Okay, so just a quick review. We have talked about have. Have can be an auxiliary verb, a helping verb, okay, to create the present perfect. This is using have and a past participle, right? Of course, it could be had, past participle, have been, verb ing as well, okay? So we'll continue. We talked about using have as a full verb, okay, which you probably already knew about. And the common contexts where have is a full verb and a stative verb would be, like we said, possession, obligation, relationships, illnesses, personal characteristics as well, okay? And only in the present tense. So before I move on, Gina, good sentence, but because you're talking about what's complete, you should say, you could say, I have seen your class 3 times, or I have watched your stream 3 times, okay? So the difference between take a look, have a look, there's no difference really. Okay, you can use both expressions. For example, if I say to my friend, hey, look at this photo I took, and they might say, oh, okay, let me take a look, let me have a look. It's the same. You're going to study present continuous next class. Nice, Ahmed. That's awesome. Good. Manifest, I have not. No, at this point I'm doing 120 level or lower, yeah. But there are many other great high academic lessons available, actually. So we also talked about have got, right? Where we can replace have with have got. Remember, have got, it's not the present perfect tense. It is the same as have, okay? Have got, no difference in those contexts in the present tense, okay? And finally, we talked about having dynamic actions of having, in which case have got is not possible. And now we're going to take a look at a few exercises, okay? So just give me a moment. We're going to do just a few together to reiterate what we've learned, go over what we've learned. And it's going to happen together. Just give me a moment. Okay. So, can everyone see? Good. We're going to do this exercise, and the task is we need to decide in the sentences if we can use have or have got, okay? So we don't need to actually, I don't need to write anything. You guys will tell me in the chat what you think. The first one is done for us. I'm so hungry. I didn't have any breakfast before class. They've answered, it's impossible. Why? Because it's in the past. Yeah. Okay, so let me continue here. B, he has a temperature. Can you say in the chat if you think it's possible to say he's got a temperature? Okay, so just write possible or impossible. Tatiana, you're saying possible. Okay. We'll see if anyone else wants to. Possible, Gertie. He has got, possible. That's good. That's good. It is possible, okay? Because we're talking about illness and we're talking in the present tense. Possible. Let's look at C. Good job, possible. Have you heard the news? We are going to have a baby. Do you think C is possible or impossible? Okay, Tatiana, impossible. And then we're having 3 possibles. Gina, impossible. Setin, possible. Okay, so before I tell you, Maria, impossible, think about the tense. Is this present tense or is this future tense? Impossible. Impossible. Okay, well, it is impossible. Okay, yes, it's future, so it's impossible. Good. We can't use have got for future. Impossible. We are going to have a baby, or we are having a baby. That's what you can say. You can't use have got. Good job. Let's look at D. I need to go to bed early tonight. Last night I had a headache and couldn't get to sleep. Possible or impossible? Impossible, impossible. Lolly, Lolly, you have 2 answers. Impossible future tense, and then you said possible. Which one is it? Past. So it is impossible, everyone. Impossible. Okay? We can't say I had got a headache. No. Okay? Because it's past tense. Past tense. Impossible. Good. Let's keep going. I really like him. We always have interesting conversations. Possible or impossible? Judith, that was good for the last one, yes. Okay, Lolly, Lolly, impossible. Karina, you said possible. If you're not sure, let's say it. Maybe you can tell if it sounds natural or not. I really like him. We always have got interesting conversations. So this one, I'm sorry, is impossible. It is present tense, but we are not talking about any of the contexts like illness, relationship, possession, okay? We're not talking about that. We're more focusing on an action, okay? And a repeated action. So we should not use have got. It does sound weird, yeah. Sometimes if you're not sure, you should say both options, and sometimes you can kind of tell, which sounds better than the other, okay? Yes, Pillar, we're focusing on an actions. In this case, we always have interesting conversations. We're talking about what generally happens. But in the moment, we could say we are having a great conversation. Okay? So it's impossible. Impossible. Let's continue. Question form F. Do you have a Band-Aid in your bag? Have you got a Band-Aid in your bag? Possible or impossible for F? Tatiana saying possible, 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 possible. Nice, nice. Illness, so possible. Illness in the present. And it's, well, it is kind of related to an injury, but it would be about possession, right? Do you have a Band-Aid? Do you own a Band-Aid? Have you got a Band-Aid? Hi, Ahmad. I'm sorry you are a little bit late. We started at 3 and we're coming to the end of the stream, actually. We'll be ending around 4 o'clock. But next Tuesday, I'll be back at 3 o'clock. Okay, good. So most of you said possible. That's great. That's the correct answer. It is possible. If you're asking the question, you need to separate have and got. Have you got a Band-Aid in your bag. Let's go to G. We had a fight last night. What do you guys think? We had a fight last night. Hello. Hi, Hicksam. Okay, so we're saying we got possible and then impossible. Okay. It is not present tense, right? It's past tense. So, yeah. And even if it were present, we would say we are having a fight, okay? Or we have a fight every weekend, okay? So it's not the type of sentence to use have got. Good. Impossible. That's right. Yeah. Okay. And just one more note on the document. I also have this picture at the bottom where it will tell you the form again. Okay, so when I share the document to you, you will have that to study on your own. And let's just do maybe 2 more examples and then we'll be done. We are talking right now about have and have got, yeah, in the English 120 Smrt platform. H, let's get together and have a coffee. What do you guys think about this one? That's right, Judith. Let's get together and have a coffee. What do you guys think? Remember what I said about talking about suggestions of a social meeting. Let's try it. Let's get together and have got a coffee. Does it sound good to you? Let's get together and have got a coffee. Yes, you can revise the lesson, no problem. I'll share that document with you. It summarizes it quite nicely. But in H, letter H, everyone, it's impossible. Have got is great. Yeah, so in H, we can't, first of all, our meaning is sort of future and it's a sort of an action, okay? So we don't want to use have got. Okay, impossible. And one more. Have you ever had surgery? What do you guys think here? Have you ever had surgery? That's right, Hicksam. Let's have a coffee is definitely sounds more natural. Don't worry, Lolly. It's a challenge. Don't worry. That's right, Tatiana. It's present perfect. We would not use have got here. No. Impossible. Good. Okay, so we're coming up at the end of the stream here. Let's see. I guess we might as well finish the exercise, right? Just a few more. Does she have a boyfriend? I think I've found my match. What do you think? Possible? It's been a long time since you practiced grammar, Hicksam. Well, that's okay. Now you are, so. Possible, possible, possible. Has she got a boyfriend? Good. Awesome, you guys. That is possible. Yep. Perfect. Has she got? Does she have? It's about relationship. It's in the present. It's good. Awesome. Next. Do you have any aspirin? I have a terrible backache. Have you got any aspirin? I've got a terrible backache. Don't forget, Lolly, with she, it would be has she got. Jose, for K, it's possible, possible, possible. Possible, possible. Yes. Awesome. Good job, you guys. Good, good, good. Possible. Good. Do you have the time? Next one. Do you have the time? Have you got the time? Yes, I do. It's 9 o'clock. Do you have the time, or have you got the time? What do you guys think? You can use a simple past tense of have would be had. Yes, that's good. Ahmed had. I had a good time. I had a sore throat yesterday. I had an appointment yesterday, but not have got in the past. Have you got the time? Good. Yes, yes, everyone, that's possible. Have you got the time? Possible. Yes. This is technically about possession. Do you have the time? Have you got the time? Not many people have that disease anymore. What do you guys think? Not many people have got that disease anymore. I'll just wait for a moment. Impossible and then possible. 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 Yes, good. Majority have said that it is possible. That's good. It is possible. Okay, it's about illness, right? Not many people have got that disease anymore. It's okay. Okay, we'll do this one last one and then we'll be done, okay? Awesome, good. If you always have snacks late at night, you'll become overweight. If you always have got snacks late at night, you'll become overweight. Think about this sentence, right? Think about the sentence. And is it obligation? Is it relationship? Is it characteristic, personal characteristic? Is it relationship? Good, good. Impossible, impossible. Have got, no, Ahmed, not in the past tense. No, just simple. Present simple. Good. I'm seeing a lot of impossible. That's good. Yeah, it's an action, so it's not possible to use have got. Okay? Good. Okay, everybody. That hour went by very fast, didn't it? We are going to finish up. I'm going to share correctly this document. So let me see more. Anyone with the link? Copy. I'll get better at the technology as the weeks go on. And paste. Okay, everyone, so I have put the document of the lecture notes in the chat, okay? You should be able to open it and file, make a copy. Then you can edit it as you would like. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming into the chat and talking to me and making it lots more fun. You know, learning English it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, so I hope you learned something really good today, and yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. I will see you next week, next Tuesday, 3 o'clock. We're going to continue with the Smrt lessons. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to ride my bicycle home in the wet rain, so hopefully I won't fall. Thank you, Hicksam. Good. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you all had fun. And let me just see here. Okay, so goodbye. See you next week. Thank you for coming.